Alpha, Reader's Escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
And there we go. Another copyright strike for the record. A big fuck you to whoever takes this video.
I don't
down.
even care,
every time,
man. I'll take that strike for today.
But every time we do it, every time someone passes and we try to acknowledge it some way and we play a clip, they take our fucking videos down.
Every single time, bro.
But here we are. So what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining us. Another Monday. Obviously, we're missing BC today. He recently had a passing in his family, so he couldn't join us today. And Keys is on his current work schedule. Hyper will be joining us later, and possibly another special guest will be joining us later. So we'll see.
Hyper's eating chicken right now.
I know, right? Chilling at Popeyes.
Always.
But yeah, it's been another one of those weeks, man. Not exactly. Well, you know, it was kind of depressing. So,
it was, man. This week hit me hard.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Can you deal? But let's start it off by saying hello to the chat. I know I saw earlier. I'm not sure who was here first. The earliest comment that I saw, I think, was from Hero that I can remember.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was Hero.
Not up here now, but I know I did see one from him earlier. I don't know if there was any before that or not. But so what's going on to Hero? We got Michael Baker. There's Hero. We got Neighbor to the North here. How you doing tonight? Look at this fucking guy slacking. Chat.
Pulling double duty, bud.
K-Man moving us on.
Always,
yep, here we go. I saw Bleeker in here.
Bleeker.
Live and in color for as long as it lasts till they take our video down yet again. Oh, Hero says that Baker was first.
But then Hero saying yes, Hero was first.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Who knows? Bricks.
We'll let them duke it out.
Right.
Yo, Bricks. Thanks for joining, man.
All right. Well, I guess we can
that's
just
it.
go ahead and jump right into it. You know, we'll go ahead and start with some new comic book day picks because I saw we got quite a few of those.
Hell yeah.
And we'll get into more depressing stuff in the news a little bit later on.
Yeah. All right. Should I throw it up or what?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
All right.
We won't waste no time tonight.
Well, bam.
All right, we're going to start off, of course, as always, with the honorable mentions. And we're starting off with Vanish number 3. And I'm actually glad that Keith put this on here. Because, you know, so far, it hasn't been bad. I mean, the first issue was pretty decent. Got me interested.
The first issue was quite interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I was surprised.
I think I tend to like Cates more on his creator-owned stuff.
Yeah,
I do.
I agree.
You know, the Marvel stuff and everything like that. That being said, I did hear something recently about something going on with Cates. Maybe he's taking some time away or something like that. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect his creator-owned.
Really? Okay. No, I didn't hear that for sure. So it definitely will play a toll on it.
Yeah, I know they something about I think I'm not sure who it was. Somebody posted that they were taking over on Hulk or Thor or something like that.
Shit, eh? Okay.
Chef, what's going on? Yeah, so
yeah, no, I'm picking this up though. It's been a fantastic read, even just with the one issue, man. It blew me away. I'm picking it up for sure.
Yeah, it does kind of sort of look like the Darkness. Definitely doesn't have that vibe as far as the storytelling, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a character design that, man, you know, like you said, it looks like the darkness, a little bit of Codex.
Codex.
It is a pretty familiar character design. I think that's what kind of maybe initially put some people, myself included, a little bit off of it. It was like, okay, this is really nothing new here.
It's just like a character template.
Yeah,
based.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the story did make up for it. I will say that first issue.
Yeah. Agreed.
I haven't got to read the second one yet, so we'll see. But yeah, if Cates is, I don't know if he's continuing to write it or somebody's going to step in for him temporarily or how that's going to work. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. What we got next? Shop, how you doing this evening?
Department of Truth, number 22. I can't say much on this. I'll be honest. I have not read any of it.
It feels like, did it just come back from hiatus, like with this issue or not too long ago? Yeah, so you know it's been away for a while. I want to say the last, what's the last that I could remember reading? Oh, I think in issue 21, I think that was when it came back, and I want to say that his significant other found out about him being involved in the Department of Truth or something like that. It was a pretty interesting place to sort of leave it. So yeah, I'm curious to see where they go with that. Department of Truth's been a fun read because you're not really entirely sure through the whole thing who's the good guys, who's the bad guys.
It's all a matter of perception. Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out where all of this going in the end, how it's going to play out. So I think that's one of the reasons why I like it. But
sure, okay,
definitely, it's definitely got its moments where it tends to drag a bit, but it's still a solid read.
All right.
What do we got next, dude?
Well, bam.
Oh, okay. Star Wars Yoda #1, and this is the 1 in 10 movie variant, which obviously that's, you know, iconic Yoda scene there.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's a cover buy for sure.
Oh yeah, and you know, it's gonna, I guess, elaborate on Yoda's backstory. Well, at least somewhat. I mean, I don't think they're really gonna get into like his specific origins as far as his race and everything like that. I think they want to leave that a mystery, but it does touch on some of his time being a Jedi during like the High Republic and stuff.
Okay.
So, you know, we haven't really seen that yet. It's gonna be exploring Yoda in a different era.
I'll definitely pick up #1, give it a read. I like the whole, you know, learning a bit of backstory on Yoda. That interests me for sure. So I'll pick up #1 if I enjoy it. Hey, I'll keep going.
And I think this one is a mini series. I'm not 100%.
Oh yeah, okay.
I believe so.
Hey, do a 5-issue mini. I'm all in for that.
Right. Not too bad.
All right.
Are you gonna pick up the movie variant or just the A cover?
I can't even remember what the A cover looks like, honestly. If the A cover's not bad, I'll just go for that. But
I think it's like I think it's pretty solid drawing of him like just sort of coming at you with the lightsaber.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just pick up the A cover, honestly.
Okay. All right.
Stop's wondering, do we catch? Oh,
My bad. Newbie, what's going on? Shop. Did you guys catch the Jedi show on Disney?
Tales of the Jedi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're talking about Tales of the Jedi and
Yeah.
That
was good.
So they recently kind of got into that a little bit. At least lately, I've seen some sort of explanation that Yoda actually, I guess, did that as a tribute to one of his masters. Was the reason that he talked like that, I guess. I'm not sure about the entire story surrounding that.
Okay.
Offhand, but yeah, I've actually seen a couple articles talking about that lately too. Yeah. So I guess Baby Grogu probably won't talk like that then.
No. I don't think so, at least.
Yeah.
Right on. All right.
What do we got next, dude?
Well, bam!
Oh, okay.
This should be top 5, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely close if it's not.
It's
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 102, the Frizen, obviously the Pen Granger, everybody's favorite.
the Ranger Slayer.
Yeah, that is the Ranger Slayer version number 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful, beautiful Jenny Frison cover.
It is.
Picking it up for the story, pick it up for the cover because that's sweet. Yeah, obviously I'm picking a cover up, so
Yeah, definitely grabbing that one.
I'm not missing out on this one.
That's an epic cover. I ain't gonna lie.
This guy knows,
Right? Bleaker's got a point here too. Grogu 50 years old and still can't talk. What the hell? I mean, that is fair. You would think at some point he would have worked that in there.
Figured that out. Wiley figured the Force out.
All right. Well, we'll be coming back to Power Rangers later, unfortunately. And already, man, we're only 11 minutes into the fucking show and we're at the top 5.
What's
We are
going
flying
on?
right through this.
We're slacking this week. We got to add more honorable mentions.
I know, right?
All
Well,
right.
we are moving a little quicker because it's just you and I, but hey, it is what it is.
This is true.
All right, starting off with number 5, we've got Star Wars Revelations number 1. A couple first appearances that are going to be showing up in this. I know that I think they said that first appearance of that new droid, I think it's Ajax Sigma, I think is the name, is going to be showing up in this issue and looks to be playing possibly a pretty big role in the upcoming Star Wars events. So, yeah, so if you're a Star Wars fan, I think this is, kind of almost a must pick up.
Yeah.
For what they're going to do in the future storyline here over next year, I guess. They're sort of treating it like one of those timeless, comics, but for Star Wars.
Yeah, okay. Kind of gives you an insight of where they're going with the storylines down the road, and it'll tie into it later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. You know me, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but this is a sweet classic cover. I love it. It looks kind of old school there. That's a Noto cover, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does great covers, and but I barely have any Star Wars in my boxes. So
got first appearance. Gonna be an important one to grab.
I'll read it online first. If I think it's good, I'll pick it up. If not, FOMO for me. I don't really care if I miss out on Star Wars news. Whatever.
That's fair.
Yeah. Can't win them all, right?
I suppose. All right. What do we got next at number 4? Daredevil number 5, the 1 in 10 design variant. I do love the new design that they've given him for.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So far. I like that variant. Obviously Daredevil's been a solid run since Chip Zdarsky and Marco Checchetto took over on it. I'm still loving where they're going with it and enjoying the story. You got Daredevil and Elektra sort of leading. I got kind of like an anti-hand faction sort of thing going on.
Okay.
Going against them. It looks like they're going to be clashing with, the Punisher and the Hand soon. So
yeah, I read about that.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting for sure. But like you said, man, beautiful design variant. Do you remember those ones back in I think it was 2019, 2020, a couple years ago, and it kind of had the grid lines on all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated those, man. I don't know why, but this is
this is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they did the weird grid lines to me either, but
yeah, that was weird. It was too much for me. I never got into those, but I would straight up pick this one up. I got to do a bit of catching up on Daredevil. I read issue 1. I haven't read any of the others since. I'll decide once I catch up. Yeah, that would be a cool Christmas gift for sure, man.
Yeah, right.
I need one too while you're at it.
Word.
Yeah. All right.
So let's see. Number 3, we've got 8 Billion Genies, number 6. The Swole Edition, as Keys called it. Of course, he would love this one. He's just jealous of those guns and the fact that that genie does not miss leg day.
No,
So,
Keys does.
that's what I heard.
No, I like the design to that cover, man. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's a fun cover. And 8 Billion Genies has been a really fun read. It's got like I think 2 more. I think they're going to 8, so I think it's 2 more issues.
Okay.
Man, it's gonna kind of suck when it wraps up, man. I look forward to reading 8 Billion Genies every month. Probably one of the best reads right now.
Yeah, I agree. No, I'm picking this up straight up. You said it, Face. It's fantastic read, beautiful covers. I'd like to see more, Maybe they'll find a way, do a spin-off of something somewhere. I don't know how. But, if you're not reading this, guys, check it out for sure.
More genies or something like that. Who knows? We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I would hate. I usually don't get into second volumes for miniseries like these too much, but I wouldn't mind the second volume to this.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
There's certain ones that it works for, and yeah, I think it could here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Baker gives new meaning to blowing your top.
Seriously.
That's great.
I think there's also going to be the LCSD
Yes.
8 Billion Genies coming out. I think it's a reprint of the first issue, I believe, was like sort of a sketch cover.
Yeah. That's what I remember. It was something weird, and you can like sketch something on it. There was some sort of thing you could do with it as well.
Yeah, I think there's like an outline of a genie on there or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just sketching it however, get somebody sketching it.
Yeah. Or just some weird contest or something going on with them.
Yeah. Yeah, Hell to Pay is really good too so far. I think it's just the first issue that's out so far, but yeah, it was an interesting premise.
Marvel. All right, number 2, we got Avengers Forever. Number 11.
It's a basic cover, but I love the cover right there alone.
I think that's why it was picked. Honestly, I
probably
don't know for sure because I haven't been on the series, but that's a sweet cover.
Well, I know. So let's see. This Avengers Forever, the main Avengers series, and I think that All Out Avengers.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to be getting a crossover.
Yeah, so they're all combining to cross over in this Avengers Assemble or whatever. I think it's getting ready to start. So this should be, I would think, starting that process. I mean, kind of. I'm not sure exactly how it's playing out. Like the stories are somewhat interrelated in some of them, and other ones seemingly unrelated. So, you know what I mean? They got to kind of start bringing them together somehow.
Yeah, they got to start doing something for sure.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Which I think they recently started with bringing the Avengers 1 million BC and the regular Avengers together.
Okay.
I think I saw something about that in the solicitation. So, yeah. But the point is, we're building to this big Avengers event that I honestly have no idea what exactly it's about. Other than that, they're fighting the multiversal masters of evil.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
I mean,
we don't know whose skull that is, Baker.
It kind of looks like, I know it has nothing to do with the Avengers, it's the Inhumans, but it kind of looks like Black Bolt, just because like the top here kind of missing. It looked like it was just like prongs there. I don't know, man.
Could be. And he's sort of yelling. Maybe.
Oh. But
maybe it's nobody's skull. It's just a cover.
Just a design, eh?
Maybe.
Yeah, could be. Just fucking with us.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right. Number 1. Drum roll.
Right.
No, just kidding.
Oh, nice drum roll.
Amazing Spider-Man number 14. Wow, they're on 14 already? Damn.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And it does feel like it's sort of been picking up again. I mean, it started off pretty interesting and everything like that. They did the Hobgoblin. Yeah, terrible drum roll. the Hobgoblin stories, which were pretty interesting. But this is where it's gonna again leading into another big sort of event. Spidey's gonna be crossing over with the X-Men for what is it, a Dark Web, I believe. Is what we're,
Dark Web, yeah.
Dark Web, where the character on the cover here, Chasm, obviously Ben Reilly, the clone of Peter Parker, is, I don't know, fucking hatching some plan with Madeline Pryor or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of a X-Men Spidey Inferno crossover, I guess.
Shit.
From the old X-Men series. You are you on this, dude?
Like I said, I'm so far behind, man. I couldn't believe it's already at issue 14. I got some catching up to do. I will decide in the next week once I'm caught up. I do want to. I keep hearing great things about this Dark Web run that's coming up here soon. So I got to do some catching up if I'm going to read it. So I probably will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping it's going to be good because it's been a while since Spidey's had a good run. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Spencer didn't do any justice.
No, not at all.
Kind of ruined it for a lot of people.
Hey, wait, what's going on? Yeah, BC was back last week, and then, well, that video, it didn't last.
No.
We made a tribute to someone that passed away, and again, it got taken down. Probably going to happen again this week, but, hey.
So technically, next week when Black Crown Comics is back, it'll be his full return because all the other videos have been taken down, including this one.
Exactly. Yeah, but he had someone pass away in his family, so he couldn't make this show. So while he was technically back last week, we're just going to go ahead and call it next week.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's it, man.
Yeah, that's all the new comic book day we got for this week. It's kind of a light week for the most part. Not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Light on the wallet, and I appreciate that.
No, not really any DC on there. I wonder if that was by design.
It's almost like I did the list.
I know, right?
It wasn't even me. Oh, fuck.
All right. Well,
I mean one thing.
What's that?
It's time for some news.
Oh, so you know what that means.
KNN! Nowhere close to an actual news network.
Oh, bam.
All right. Started off. Hold on. Before we get into this, I got little channel news that I want to drop real quick. So I was actually going to do a reveal this week, but I'm going to put it off until next week because obviously with just me and you here, the reveal that I was going to do this week, I would like to do it with, BC and Keys and Hyper here. Hopefully we can get everybody for it whenever we finally shows. But I actually got a package in the mail recently from Michael Baker for the Kingpins.
Damn.
Get to show off. Yeah.
Okay.
I look at this. It's not a comic either, but it's fucking
shit.
And I cannot wait to show you guys. You're gonna be very excited to see it too. So
okay.
Let's go. That's a little something to look forward to for next week.
Baker, let's go, buddy.
Yeah. So
we appreciate it.
Like I said, hopefully we'll get we'll get BC and Keys and Hyper here, and I'll get to show it off. So I can't wait. I think you guys are gonna love it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Next week.
Exactly. All right. So jumping into the news for this week that we've got coming out, 2023, according to DC. Yeah. So the dawn of DC. What, man, it's really kind of hard to say what they're going to be doing with this event. I guess it's spinning out of the Lazarus Planet stuff that they got coming up.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah. which is, that's
we made it.
actually, right. That's actually, I think, spinning out of Batman versus Robin that's going on now. Yeah. So the Lazarus Planet is spinning out of that, which is then spinning out of this event, the Dawn of DC. I think if I've got the timelines correct. So, yeah, there's going to be a bunch of fucking tie-ins, I'm sure. But the one cool thing so far that I've heard about this event is they're going to be looking at focusing on some of these newer characters that have shown up recently. I know that there's one book, I can't remember which one it is. I want to say Dark Fate or something like that. It's going to be focusing on like Flatline and Red Canary. So, we'll get to see some of the characters that they've recently created and learn some more about them. That'll be a plus at least. But other than that, I don't know what to expect out of this, to be honest. It's just event after event after event with DC anymore.
That's literally all it is, man. And you couldn't be more right here. Cool. I know I'm not, the best person to hear this from. And my opinion is, quite harsh on DC. But wow. Like, I just.
Well, okay, so the thing is, I know that we get a bunch of events from Marvel also, but there is a vast difference.
And there's a gap in between them most of the time. It's not.
Yeah, well, because Marvel tends to do events that focus on like certain characters or small groups or whatever. Like Spider-Man and the X-Men. Like obviously the Avengers aren't really taking part in that, but they've got their own event that's getting ready to go, and they're not usually these universe relaunching events and everything like that. Whereas it seems like DC gets one of those about every 2 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem. Just all these fucking relaunches and everything. So
yeah.
But hopefully, hopefully under new management, we'll see.
Yeah, that's.
And I think that's where this is sort of going. They're gonna try and
I think so.
Gear the comics and the movies to be sort of
aligned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean that's the only thing I can guess. Yeah, it's they used to be good once upon a time.
80s and earlier.
Yeah, the first Crisis, when they did it like the first time around, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, they just got to fucking rely on it.
Yeah,
sort of like Batman.
It's true. All right.
Yeah.
What else do we have in the news today?
Oh, yeah. Well, we did say it was depressing news week. And yeah. So Sony Marvel presents Spider-Verse, the live action version. And I want it to be good, and thinking that Marvel is even allowing, it to be acknowledged that they're taking part in whatever this is, maybe gives me a little bit more hope than I initially had. But Sony doing Spider-Man so far just has not gone well.
No.
At all.
It's just like they don't even read a comic book or actually read up on their characters that they're portraying. It's horrible, man. Like you said, I want it to be good. I really do. But I hate to do this, but let's take Carnage, right? Great character design. Could have been awesome. But they shit all over him. And
they had the most fucking winning formula
possible. They did. And they ruined it.
They could have literally just lifted any storyline, that pretty much that he's been involved in the comics, had Woody Harrelson play Carnage, like essentially
properly.
Like he played fucking Mickey from Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And that was not at all what they did.
I agree, man. And take him for example. They shit on him. The movie was shit, and look what happened to his books. Carnage tanked, man, which is kind of good for us because hey, look, you guys get to pick up, some of your favorite Spidey characters on the cheap end, but at the same time, we want a good movie. I'd love to see Silk do great. I'd love to see Madam Web do amazing. But do I think it is? No. I think it's going to tank. Look at the track record.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It hasn't been good so far.
No.
And a lot of the new stuff that they talk about, like Craven and everything like that, it doesn't exactly sound like it's going to get much better. So,
no.
Yeah, Bleecker, you're right, man. This is a great time to buy Carnage shit.
Absolutely.
Right, because it's on the low end. I mean, especially with, people just kind of sort of losing interest in the character after that movie and everything like that. There was a drop back down to slightly above, I think, what was the normal price before, the spike. So still not bad at all for picking up.
No, it's not bad to buy at all. But if you're thinking you're going to go out and buy a Silk book right now or Madam Web, just wait until the movie comes out.
Oh yeah,
sure
if it bombs, right?
What's that?
Especially if it bombs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
get it for half the price.
Yeah, Craven the Animal Activist. Exactly. I mean, like I could kind of see where they're going with it because let's be honest. I mean, we're not gonna watch a movie of this motherfucker running through the woods hunting animals for 2 hours and there's no Spider-Man involved. He's got to hunt somebody to make it compelling. So he's obviously going to be hunting people that are poaching animals or some shit like that. Yeah. I get it, but it's not Craven.
No.
Like it's
hashtag not my Craven
at all. So I mean, I know you need the update and everything like that, but that's kind of flipping the character completely on its head.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, pretty much. Where's K-Man?
All right.
So we got a cool cat rumored to join the MCU. Yeah, it looks like they are going to potentially bring in White Tiger. Now, there are different versions of White Tiger, but yeah, the early rumors are that they were looking at possibly Jenna Ortega, who I think she was the one that was just playing Wednesday Addams, I believe. And, yeah, I believe so. Real quick before we get any further into this, got somebody jumping in with us.
Hey.
What's going on?
What's going on?
I just got home from work.
Right on. Well, we appreciate you hopping on and hanging out with us tonight.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're just going over some White Tiger news.
Oh, I thought we'd still be on honorable mentions. That's why I thought I had time to come home and shower and all that, but I guess not.
Well, it was just the two of us, so it kind of flew by.
All good.
But yeah, so we got potentially White Tiger joining the Daredevil Born Again series. And yeah, it looks like they're thinking damn, I forget what was her name? Something Vita
Ayala, something like that, yeah.
Something like that in the comics. I can't remember what it was exactly. But
no, Vita Ayala's the writer.
Oh shit.
It's something Ayala though, is it not?
Yeah.
I can't remember what her name was in the comics. That's gonna bug me now. Oh well.
It's Ava Ayala.
Ava Ayala. All right, I was close. Damn it.
Yeah,
I was at least on the right track. So yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 versions of White Tiger. That's the only female version, as far as I'm aware.
There's a second one I thought from Avengers Academy.
That is Vita Ayala.
No, Vita Ayala's the writer.
Ava.
Not Vita. Ava.
Ava.
You guys got me all fucked up now.
No, is Ava Ayala not the one from the Daredevil series? And then there's another one, another female from the Avengers Academy. There's 3 altogether, I do believe.
Ava appears in Avengers Academy 21.
Which one am I thinking of then?
The one from no, I don't know.
Angela Del Toro. So
There we go.
2.
Yeah, anyway, I got it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah,
There's a
I
couple.
think that Angela Del Toro is the newest one, right?
No, other way around. So Angela was the one who's been the longest, and then Ava's the newest. So I guess current.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, they could go either way, Angela Del Toro or Ava Ayala. Which one do you guys want to see, or do you have a preference?
I don't really know too much about the character. I haven't seen them in too many series, so I can't really give my honest opinion there. I just say, give it to the newbie. Give it to Ava.
Same here. I don't really know a whole lot about the character. I mean, I would give it to Angela just because she's been the Daredevil, has been the character the longest, so she would assumingly have the most history to kind of flesh out. But
It's true.
Yeah.
More you can work with there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just kind of wondering, if they're angling towards, yet another character that they could use with the younger tier of Avengers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think one of the 2 females was actually pretty young, if I remember right. I don't know if she was necessarily in quite the same age range, but I thought they had her interacting with the Champions or Young Avengers or something like that at one point. But
Yeah, Ava must be quite young if she's in Avengers Academy, so she must be high school type of age. I'd assume that's what it means.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
assume that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that does seem like it'd be a little bit of a young character to interact in the Daredevil Born Again series at the same time. So
You got a point, man. You got a point.
yeah, just looking at which one they're bringing in,
Just pick them both up, guys.
yeah, he probably. I mean,
Not now though.
yeah, definitely not now.
Wait,
No.
2.5 months. They'll
FOMO high.
Let it cool down. Exactly. Yeah.
All right,
All right.
what's the next?
This kills me, man.
All right, wow.
Well, that's a poor choice of words.
What's that?
That's a poor choice of words.
I know.
Yeah.
This is childhood. This hurts.
This is my whole childhood here, guys. Obviously, if most of you guys know, it's all over Instagram community right now. Jason David Frank, best known for his role as Green Ranger, and the White Ranger, and the Red Turbo Ranger, and the Red Zeo Ranger, and the Black Dino Thunder Ranger, has died at the age of 49. Dude, he was a heart and soul of
He was a whole Power Rangers team himself.
He literally was, man. And to this day, man, like he never let that go. He was, working on a new movie, Legend of the White Dragon, which is like Power Ranger-esque kind of movie. Yeah. And he put his all into it, man. This really kills me. Sorry, bad choice of words again. This really, gets me.
It's heartbreaking, man. It really is.
And
did they finish that movie? Do you know?
They did finish it, as far as I know.
I think so too.
As far as I know, they're in like editing and all that kind of stuff. So we will get to see that eventually.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. But as a huge Ranger fan as I am, this hurts, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he had four kids, I think, that he kind of left behind.
Yeah, I think so.
A couple kids for sure. Yeah.
And I mean, that's a lot of the that were sort of playing into it. It sounds like that, they believe it was a suicide. And he was going through some stuff in his personal life, I guess, with the divorce and everything like that. So, this is just one of those things that kind of reminds us to, sort of just check on your friends and everything like that from time to time, make sure they're all right.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, Bleecker, man, hit me up then. Just putting that out there. Because I, see what you doing in chat here, so I'm kind of want to make sure everything's good with you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, he had 4 kids out there, and that's rough, man. Leaving them behind like that. I mean, whatever he was going through was pretty serious.
Yeah.
It does. It really sucks because, like you said, he had a passion, for the whole Power Rangers franchise. I mean, he was like the heart and the soul of the franchise.
He was.
So
yeah,
it's hard to make a comparison, but kind of almost makes me think of like Stan Lee, because just with the cameos and everything like that.
I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, fucking Tommy Oliver was gonna show up in that Power Rangers series somewhere. He was going to.
Dude, you think Power Rangers, let's be real. You think of the Green Ranger, you think of the Red Ranger too, but you think Green Ranger, White Ranger, Dragon Zord, and the flute. Let's be real.
How did he play that flute with the helmet on though?
Ranger magic. You don't ask.
You'll never know.
Yeah. How did they jump that high to get into the Zords? That's another question. Don't ask about logistics, okay?
How did they get excited about the superpower of a spandex suit and a motorcycle helmet?
Fuck, I don't know about you, but I would be.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely sucks. Power Rangers obviously is a big enough franchise that it's not going anywhere, even without Tommy Oliver showing up in every series. But it is gonna suck to not see him show up in whatever the next series is, or on down the road. But that being said, though, there were a lot of reports out there that he kind of felt like he might have been fairly done with the franchise or as a whole itself. Anyway,
there were some reports of it.
Yeah, like he was sort of doing his I guess his own sort of take on it.
Yeah.
So he wasn't completely done with it, but I don't think he was really interested in actually revisiting the Power Rangers outside of like the anniversary stuff, whatever.
I don't think there were ever plans other than just the anniversary special, and then whatever he was making himself. There was no plans of him ever returning.
Mm-hmm. Some other interesting stuff that he did. I don't know a whole lot. I'll be honest, but one thing that I absolutely love, and the only place that I've been able to find this, and I swear I'm looking for a fucking copy on DVD or Blu-ray or fucking VHS at this point, whatever. It's I think it was a web series at one point, but you can look it up. It's like an hour and a half movie. It's called Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. You can find it on YouTube, free to watch. Okay. He actually plays Bloodshot in it. He's not in it a whole lot or anything like that. But I will say this, he was way better than Vin Diesel. And
that was a train wreck.
It's campy as hell, but it's such a fun watch. I mean, if you guys get the chance, man, just go ahead and give that a watch. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, he's not in it a whole lot, but he plays Bloodshot, and it's fantastic.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
He's got some of the... Actually, yeah, he's the most important fucking character in the entire movie, to be honest.
Shit, the savior. Let's go. But, it's just... Seeing his passing, it just made me realize just how many lives that his portrayal has affected, right? Like, I'm like, we all joke here. I'm the only Power Ranger fan. But I don't know about you. If you guys were scrolling through Instagram, through the comic community there, when he passed, everybody, were sharing their moments and their memories. And it just was like, wow, this is... Well,
you definitely aren't the only Power Rangers fan. I mean, I know I'm a Power Rangers fan. I mean, I make...
Yeah, you are. I'd say
I'm a closet fan.
Yeah.
Even some people you wouldn't think. Like, I remember I saw one that Rob Liefeld posted. I mean, of course, it would kind of interact at some point, but I
Yeah.
I didn't know they'd make the time to meet and interact and take a photo. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Bleeker, if you didn't know, Hyper is, other than me, one of the biggest, and I mean biggest, Power Ranger fans out there. So make sure you guys tag him in anything Power Rangers on Instagram. He will totally appreciate it and love you guys.
Now, I know the character is going to live on in the comics. I mean, obviously, without a doubt. Right now, Draken has been playing a huge part in the comics, so
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's gonna go anywhere for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that they will sort of ever
Recap.
try and find like maybe another sort of franchise focus or a centerpiece for the franchise itself in the live action stuff?
So
I don't want to say a replacement, but
as of right now, so Draken was huge throughout the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from 2016 all the way up. Right now, it's kind of died down and they focused on other things.
Okay.
So we don't really know what's going on with Draken right now.
Mhm.
But like you said, every portrayal of Tommy or Draken in the comic books since 1996 have been Jason David Frank. That's literally what he looks like in the comics with the whole long ponytail, everything.
Yeah.
Are they going to switch out the character design moving forward? I don't think so. I think they're
No.
gonna
I don't think they would switch out the character design. But what I mean is, do you think that they will?
go with that storyline for like a movie or anything or a TV show or anything?
Yeah, because I think a lot of the talk about what they were going to do with the upcoming reboot and everything like that was that they were going to sort of do the Draken storyline and everything. Or Shattered Grid storyline, I believe.
Yeah, the Shattered Grid. See, I was hoping for that. I really was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it dampened my spirits. I'm like, okay, we're never going to see, JDF do that, which sucks. Yeah. But at the same time, I think he was too old to do it already. Because let's be real.
Well, that's fair. I mean, he was about 50 years old. So
he's 50 years old. He's not going to go suit up and do a kid's Power Ranger, all ages Power Rangers TV show or movie. That's why he went and did
okay, hold on. That is absolutely fair. But at the same time, once the helmet goes on, we don't know who the fuck that is under there.
Exactly. Which is what they do anyways, because I mean, film from Japan, and then it's only the English stuff that they film in the scenes, so that's all they need. But I don't know how it would work, because the more you scroll through, you'll see he was in the Draken suit, but I think that was just very like promotional stuff.
It was promo stuff for Kyle Higgins.
Yeah, so Kyle Higgins posted it, and Missy Flores posted it, and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know what footage exists, but I mean, even if they could just do that, and if they had lines from him where they could just do his face and then kind of pull away somehow, and then he just wears the helmet and then just go from there. But I mean, in some sort of way, do a tribute. But I mean, yeah, if that footage even exists, that is. But, yeah.
It just sucks, man. I would have loved to see the Draken storyline play out in live action.
That'd be so sweet. That was literally an amazing storyline. Unreal.
Yeah. Dan, I don't think he's going to be doing another Power Rangers movie, bud. So, for any amount of money. Rome Malone, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like we said, the Power Rangers franchise obviously isn't going anywhere as a whole. Some of those storylines might be out. Oh yeah, he would have probably. I mean, they probably would have made a shit ton of money off of that. They made a Draken movie. Oh yeah, damn sure would have went to see it. So, but unfortunately, man, I just don't think they're going to touch on that storyline for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, which sucks, but it's understandable.
It does.
Completely, so,
I think Is there any more news for
That's it we got for news today. We're moving right along.
I mean, there's some other news, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
we got some late breaking stuff.
Hmm.
So we don't have a slide for it because obviously it just recently happened. But Bob Chapek is out as the CEO of Disney.
Yes.
And Bob Iger's back in. It's kind of one of those things that's a little weird to sort of think about that we're talking about at this point on a comic book channel, but yeah, it is pretty relevant to us. I mean, because obviously Marvel, Star Wars, so,
it's coming back, and
what do you
hopefully
think?
for
Good
better.
sign.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know he definitely did a lot for Disney as a whole. Over the, because obviously it was like a theme park, and they made movies for kids for a lot of years, and I think that was I obviously don't remember or anything like that, but I want to say that was pretty solidly under the leadership of Disney himself.
Okay.
And I don't know when Iger took over, but then during Iger's years there, that's when they kind of Disney became like this fucking juggernaut of a company. Yeah, like they're in everything now, and they own like everything. Back when everybody was fucking worried about Microsoft, here comes Disney sneaking up from behind, buying everything.
Yeah.
But hey, it's one of those things. Some people did say that Chapek got a bad rap because of the COVID stuff, but I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. What can you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they feel more solid under his leadership. There is talk that I guess potentially he's got to find or groom his next replacement or whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I think that there were some articles that were saying Kevin Feige's name was in the hat. So.
Yeah. Feige's moving up.
That's what they said about. That's what they said about him in DC too. But I mean,
I know, right? Like,
of course they would. Like, he's a money making machine. So of course
he
want him,
is.
but can you get him? No.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Maybe it's just because like he knows Marvel shit, and like he's a fan of Marvel stuff. So maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's why he's like, nah, I'm not really into that other shit. Could just be comfortable where he's at too. Leave this man alone. Let him do his job. Stop trying to fuck up the MCU for us. It's on shaky ground at best right now, anyway.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2 kind of helped a little bit though.
It did.
Yeah, it did. Phase 4 was definitely not the best phase so far though.
No, it's kind of dragged on a bit.
I don't know. I kind of liked it as a kind of reintroductory phase to all the new characters. So just like phase 1 was, we see them all kind of.
I just found phase 1. I was more excited. Like, yeah, it was new, but it was more or less like, I don't know. You were excited about these characters, these new characters they brought in. You're like, cool.
We weren't excited really about too much yet in phase 1 because they didn't even really know it was going to be a thing yet. Like they were teasing it.
Yeah.
Nothing was for sure. So, I think that's kind of one of the things that played into it in phase 1. You had that mystery involved. Were they really going to cross over Iron Man with Thor and the Hulk and all that? Could we actually see that? And then they fucking did it.
You guys remember when Avengers came out? Like the Avengers, the movie? Man,
dude.
It was
I think I saw that twice in theater.
I saw it in theaters the day it came out. Yeah, it was insane.
22, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, bro? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where, it was like a fucking Star Wars movie opening, or whatever. Like, it was just huge. But rightfully so. I mean, it was the Avengers. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they're our characters. But now we're getting sort of the new ones. I mean, I can see it, the introductory phase. It's not necessarily bad. Mm-hmm. But maybe the fact that we're getting introduced to some of them on Disney Plus in those series rather than
the
movies
on the big screen with an actual
You know what? I think come Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, like all this is going to be forgiven. You know what? We have all the backstory. That's all done and over with. So I think I think the payoff is going to be there.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Marvel Universe is getting big enough now that they can sort of branch out and try these different styles of shows, like like She-Hulk, which is almost more of kind of a sitcom type or rom-com type of show, whereas you got like Werewolf by Night, who is sort of that old school horror special and everything like that. So not everybody's going to like everything. Yeah. It's naturally going to happen at some point.
It's just like the comics. You know what? They have an ongoing She-Hulk series. Who's reading? I am. I mean, I read everything.
But actually pretty good.
You two are. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's actually pretty good.
How many people are reading that now? Like every now and again, you just got to have like a new show and just kind of enjoy it for what it is. Like not everything has to be, the
I agree.
$multi-million budget. It is what it is. Yeah. And you know what? The next time she shows up could be in Daredevil. And there we go. We already knew who she is. You don't need to say, who is this? Who is this? What does she do? It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go with it.
I mean,
we are talking about comic books and superheroes right now. Just go with it, guys.
Yeah. Right. And you know what? Disney's pumping out content. You know what? That's what they want to do. That's what they need to do. So
yeah.
And you made the best point. When you go into a comic shop, I mean, unless you're like us idiots, you don't go in there and pick every comic off the fucking shelf. You pick and choose the ones that you want to read, the characters that you like, and everything like that. And that's where we're going to get with the MCU. It's going to be pick and choose the stuff that you like. There are going to be some of us out there, completionists, that watch everything, whether we make ourselves suffer through it, if we're not enjoying it at all, which I'll be honest, I've enjoyed, I think, everything that's come out.
Yeah, the ride's been good so far. It hasn't been like dumpster fire. Yeah.
You know what? The
Captain Marvel.
The 4 shows that we've got, like Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night, like Moon Knight. They're not what you expected, but were they entertainable? Yeah. So you know what? That's good enough for me. So I mean, whatever.
I like it.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So another potential rumor that we got floating out there, Thunderbolts is getting a villain, which I guess they've described as a Marvel's Superman-like character. So it kind of leaves it a little bit open to interpretation. Got a couple options there, in Sentry or Hyperion. What are you guys thinking?
At first I heard Sentry. Now I'm hearing Hyperion.
I'm hearing Hyperion too, but was Squadron Supreme or Sinister, whichever you want to go, like that was rumored for Loki, and like Loki's already like halfway into filming. Like we've already have set photos of female Loki, so that's kind of late in the game to be asking for that now. If that's what if the Hyperion rumor is who they were looking for.
Maybe we'll just see Hyperion, but we won't see the rest of the squad.
Or it's a multiverse. There they are.
And yeah, they're out there. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do they have rumored for casting right now?
I don't think they had a name per se, but they said the qualities of a Ryan Gosling is what they wanted.
See, that's what I thought I read. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. But I think that's like the type, like the pretty boy type of character.
Didn't they have him rumored to play somebody else earlier on? Ghost Rider or something weird like that?
I thought I heard that too.
I think maybe. Yeah. I
think that's just a fan pick right there. They're trying to plug him into every character. Like, oh, it's going to be Ryan Gosling. It's going to be Ryan Gosling.
The thing is, okay, so I guess I could see Ryan Gosling as Hyperion, I think. I mean, obviously they got away with Zachary Levi as, Shazam. So they could make Ryan Gosling work as Hyperion. I don't necessarily know that he has the proper build for Hyperion, but like I said, hey, they made Zachary Levi work. They can make him work. I don't know if I so much see him as Sentry though. But the thing is, I would rather be Sentry because, like you guys said, I like Hyperion as a character and everything, but I would rather have him with the Squadron Supreme or Squadron Sinister or whatever.
Yeah, if we're just getting one character, I'd rather
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Century, yeah.
Ryan Gosling to me is like a Johnny Storm, like the pretty boy, because that's what Johnny Storm is.
Yeah, I could see that.
Boy,
Yeah.
like-
For fuck's sakes, he's playing Ken in the Barbie movie. Like,
exactly.
we can't make him Hyperion now.
Yeah, and just I don't. I don't know. Yeah, I can see him more as Hyperion than Century for sure, but I don't really know that I want to see him as either one of those characters.
Yeah, but I mean, like, to say they want a Ryan Gosling doesn't mean that's who they want. It could be, chiseled face, blonde hair type of look. So, I mean, that's what, I don't know. I don't work in Hollywood. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
All right, guys, I got a quick question here for all of you from Paul.
Okay.
When Ghost Rider comes into the MCU, are you picking Blaze or Catch? Who would be your pick if you could only pick one?
Well, 100% of the time, I will always go with Blaze. I mean,
100% of the time, 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100% of the time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well,
Marvel?
we're talking about Ghost Rider or other things.
Yeah. You know what? I know both characters, but you know what? From what I've read from comics is only like the newer stuff, and I mean, I would go Johnny Blaze, or even what they built up with Robbie Reyes has been good stuff.
Yeah,
too.
Robbie would be cool.
Ooh, that's been his storyline has been fantastic.
Matter of fact,
I would
bring
love
back
to see him in
fucking
there.
bring back fucking Diego Luna as Robbie Reyes too from Agents of Shield.
Yeah, Agents of Shield. Yeah.
Bring him back.
Bring back Nicolas Cage.
No, Boone
no.
is good. Yeah, if we had to pick between Blaze or Catch, I'm not too familiar with Danny Catch. You know, Blaze is my boy. I'm going with him all day. But like you guys said, I'm going with Robbie. If I had to pick any Ghost Rider, Robbie's been it was different, with the car and everything. I'm down for that.
I feel like you couldn't go wrong with any of the three because you know what, they're such cool characters. I think you know what, if you just nail those CGI and give them like a cool like badass type of,
it doesn't matter who it is. Yeah,
I don't think you're gonna lose. I think everyone's gonna be pleased with it. I think
agree.
Obviously everyone's gonna say, "Oh, it should be Johnny because he's the first one." But I mean, you know what, you can go to like it. Yeah.
Right on. All right, we got any more news here, guys, or is that it for the rumor mill today?
Let's see. There was something else. Oh, Blade got directors.
Blade got directors, eh? Okay. So they took that break there. They said it was taking a pause again, and it got delayed. And now we're getting rumors of directors, which means give it a couple of weeks, we'll get notice that somebody has left from filming or they're going on another hiatus. This whole filming process has been a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
It will come out eventually, but I don't think it's coming out when they say it is. I think
I don't know. I don't think it's been that bad for Blade. I mean, Ant-Man was fucking worse, to be honest, because that was pretty high profile. They did
the first one.
Yeah, or no, was it the second one? I can't remember. They initially had somebody that they wanted for director or something like that. Was it Peyton Reed?
Okay.
They wanted somebody initially as a director in Ant-Man. No, it was somebody else. Yeah, I can't remember who the hell it was. But anyway, he was tied to the movie and everything like that, and he ended up leaving for some creative differences, and they brought in somebody else. But yeah, that was actually more high profile, I think, than the Blade stuff was, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Damn, I can't remember who that director was. I want to say it was some dude with like three names, like something Edgar Wright or something like that. I don't know. Right. Yeah, David Mason said right. Okay, so I'm along the same lines. I can't remember what his whole name was, but man, yeah. So
you know what? I really hope these directors stick because you know what? It's gonna plague the movie of like they pushed it back and they changed directors and this is the movie we got, blah 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 blah. So
but we're the only ones that really know that. Like the public, the general public's not really paying as much attention. That's what, that's what I mean.
When you told me that Ant-Man had had a controversy. I'm like, oh, this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, it was the first time I heard about it too. But then again, I only started collecting when the pandemic started.
Yeah, that's true. It's like kind of
Okay, yeah. See, this was before that, so
yeah.
So I would have had no idea. So yeah,
But
point
to me,
taken.
give me any director, just give me the movie. I don't care who writes it. Like fucking Mahershala Ali could write it himself. I don't care. Just put the movie out.
well, now, I don't know if that's such a good idea. We let Tom Hardy write some Venom, and look what happened.
I still blame
like
someone.
Party Venom. Like he was down in the club. Like cool.
Yeah, Party Venom. We'll go with it. I like it. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much all the big news that we got for this week.
I think so.
All right, so we turned it around. It wasn't as depressing as it could have been. So
No, we did good. I held it together.
there was no tears. No tears.
No, that was it yesterday? 2 days ago. That was 2 days ago.
And then backstage.
Right.
And then
right.
backstage.
And then the after show.
And then the backstage after the show ends. I'll be
Right.
Yeah. All right.
So you know what that leaves, right?
You know it. Trade Center. Let's go.
All right.
Who did the picks for this before we start?
Who did what?
Who did the picks for this? Who
For
chose
the Trade Center?
Yeah.
It was a combination of Keys and Face, I believe.
No,
All
BC got in on it too.
BC got one in. So there's yeah. I was a little busy with work, so I couldn't give my input. I had no service all day.
So
But I am proud of you guys because you guys did some fucking killer trades. And I'm just going to throw it in there right now. Let's start off with trade number 1, the best trade of all. Bam. So I'll give a little explanation here. We got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2 by Hamilton Comics, 1995 series. First appearance of the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver. First, same series, same year. Number 4, first appearance of the White Ranger. So you got Green Ranger versus White Ranger. Same guy, different Ranger. They're going for about $15 to $20 raw.
Mm-hmm.
They're not too hard to find. It's just finding them in a half decent condition. Most people who have these Power Ranger comics are all chewed up by their dog or their kid at the time. I'm gonna go last just for this trade. If Marvel or Face, you guys want to start it up.
all right. Well, who you want to go with?
Wait, I have one quick question. So does he appear? He appears as Green Ranger
Correct.
in number 2? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Face, you go first.
Okay. So this one, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty easy for me because, first of all, my favorite color is green. So it's easy for me to go with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 2, the first Green Ranger. He was always my favorite because obviously he was the Green Ranger. That's my favorite color, and it's his genuine first appearance. I mean, you know, number 4, obviously he's getting the power upgrade, you know, and it's the first time we're seeing, you know, the White Ranger show up in comics, but it's still Tommy Oliver, and number 2 is that actual first appearance. So that's the one I would go after first, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab both of these.
Wait, you're picking both?
You can't pick both.
Why not? I can afford to get both of them. I'm gonna grab both.
Yeah, I hope we all can.
I'll just stick with number 2 then.
Number 2, eh? Okay. All right, interesting.
I'm gonna jump on that, and I'm gonna go with number 2 as well.
Oh, guys.
I don't remember the what brought him to becoming the White Ranger, but I do remember the of him becoming the Green Ranger with that candle under Rita's control.
Yeah.
I mean, that I'm remembering that, you know, like almost 30 years.
That was huge, man, at the time. I couldn't believe it. And you're like, nah, he's evil. This is done. Power Rangers are done, bro. And then you turn the tables.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Green Ranger. That he's kind of got like one of the best costumes, like the dragon shield, the flute.
Oh, dude, and he gets the dragon shield, but only when he gives it up can the other Rangers use it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's always him. He's got the fucking flute, the dagger flute, you know.
Right, I need to get one.
I need to get one too. I don't even.
And then learn how to play with a fucking
a
Motorcycle
helmet
The
on.
mask on.
Rocksteady, what's going on?
All right. Okay. I don't even know how to segue into this. Let me just do this. So I got number 2, and it's actually signed by Austin St. John, the original Red Ranger. I had plans. There it is right there. It still has a price tag on it. There's a funny story behind that, too. It's on the bag, though. We're good.
Okay.
So I went to Toronto Fan Expo last year with Newbie and a couple other guys, and Austin St. John was there doing some signings. I thought I had to buy the signing online beforehand, and I couldn't find it and forgot to do it, whatever. So I said, fuck it. I guess I'm not going to do the signing. So I didn't bring my Power Rangers number 1, which I also own. And I got there, I saw him, and damn, I should have brought a Power Ranger book. So here I am searching all the bins at the Comic-Con looking for a Power Ranger book. And I found this number 2. It was $20. Not bad. Like I said, $15, $20. But it's in mint condition. And so I literally waited in line. Newbie, for a guy who says he doesn't like Power Rangers, waited in line with me the entire time.
The hardest
Oh,
person I ever had.
Yeah. And so he waited in line with me the entire time while I went and got this signed.
Nice.
I did have plans to have every other Ranger sign it if I had the chance to meet them, which is kind of saddening now. It's never going to happen. But for this case, I'm going to have to go number 4 just because I don't have it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. I have made that pick before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie. There's definitely been times where I've gone against, what would be probably, just generally the right decision because
the better pick.
I didn't have the other one, or whatever. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Can't blame you for that.
You got number 4? Oh, no. We're going to have to talk. Are you looking to part ways with that?
Let me bring it back up here. Bring it back up here again, Marvel.
Bring tears to my eyes.
It's in really bad condition. I actually found it at a like a thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty bad condition, but
I'll buy you a Popeye's chicken meal.
My name is Marvel, not Hyper.
Ah, shit.
And I also found number 1 too, but it has
no way
on it. Yeah.
Oh,
can you peel it off at all?
I think it's on there. I mean, Walmart hasn't sold comics for God how long, so it's probably 2 decades old. But I mean, I'll find someone to do something to it.
Damn. And Rocksteady, is there a White Ranger card in number 2? He's wondering. Man, I wish I could tell you. I really don't want to open this up after it's already signed.
I think there is supposed to be one in it.
It looks like there is an insert. Yeah, there definitely is an insert halfway through.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, there's a cardstock insert. So I'm going to say, yeah, there is.
Isn't it number 1 that has the insert? Oh.
Number 1 does have one as well, and it will not be complete if you don't have it when grading.
Wait, so that's what's in this one, number 1.
The White Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold up.
There's an insert. You can tell there's like a cardstock kind of like insert.
Bring it up one more time, Marvel.
But there's a White Ranger in number 2 as well?
All right, you guys are calling me out. I'm going to check.
White Ranger.
Okay. Yep, that's definitely the White Ranger.
And then that's the backup. Oh, it's for the game. Oh, cool.
Okay. And dude, let's see. Let me see.
Yo,
bring you up here.
I'm trying to check here. Give me a second.
Don't touch that signature.
I don't want to touch the fucking book, but
Have you ever seen someone so lovingly touch a Power Rangers comic?
yo,
There's genuine concern in my man's eyes right now.
I know, right? Paul, if I mess this up, you're going to be pressing this book. No, there is not. I was wrong. There is no insert in number 2.
All right. Well, that was very anticlimactic.
I know. I was kind
Do
of
you think it was there at all?
What?
Like, was it there at all, or do you think?
No, there's no insert at all.
Okay, so it never had one to begin with. I gotcha.
Yeah, I never had one to begin with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes some sense, I guess. All right. Well,
All right.
so first trade. I think we got a couple more, right? We got 2 more.
If only they were all Power Ranger trades.
I know, right? You'd have loved
Everybody
it.
in the chat would be so happy.
It would have been. We would have been hard pressed to come up with 3 solid.
Nah, I can do 3 trades with Power Rangers. I'll do that. Bet.
That's fair. I bet you could.
I'll do it one of these days. I will. I'll come up with 3 trades. I'll all be Power Rangers, and Keys will be sitting there like this.
Right?
He'll be like, "Fuck, man." All right. Next trade we have. Boom. Avengers Academy 21. First appearance of White Tiger, Ava Ayala. First one we saw, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Amazing Spider-Man 10. First appearance of Spider-Punk. Both characters we're hearing are coming. So, Marvel, what do you think?
Spider-Punk. No contest. I just think
All right.
as a Spider-Man character, no matter which one you pick, I think everyone kind of puts them all into that same pool. They're always going to be out there and around. And I mean, the products, they speak themselves. They already have a guitar for them. And you know what? That's what it's all about these days. So you're going to see more of Hobie. So Spider-Punk. And he's a cool character, too.
Okay.
I probably should have went first on this one because I was going to talk about how I felt like Keys is just putting this goddamn Amazing Spider-Man 10 on here until somebody fucking picks Spider-Punk because the last time I think it was a sweep.
It was a sweep last time. It absolutely was.
But yeah, so he went ahead and picked Spider-Punk. Kind of ruined that argument. But yeah, for me, actually, I'm going to go with Avengers Academy 21, and just based on simply, sort of the argument that we were, using earlier when we were talking about the Power Rangers books. I've got the Amazing Spider-Man 10 for Spider-Punk, but I actually do not have the Avengers Academy 21 yet, so got to pick that up.
I got to give it to you, man. I mean, I made the same decision.
Mm-hmm. Are you making picks based on character, or do you based on whether or not you have it? Because mine's kind of about
a bit of both.
Mine for that one was based on whether or not I have it. If I would base it on the character,
character and value, let's say. That's kind of why I picked the Spider-Man, because you know what, he's gonna have a presence for sure. So
yeah, I think you're probably gonna see Spider-Punk in more shit just because Sony will end up utilizing him for a series. He'll be in Into the Spider-Verse and everything like that. There's some potential that you could see him in the Madam Web movie, all the other shit that they're going to do. Whereas White Tiger, we're probably, at least initially, just going to see her in Daredevil. Down the road, I feel like they'll have her crossover with one of the groups, the younger groups, whether it's Champions or Young Avengers or the Avengers themselves. But other than that, I mean, how much White Tiger are you really going to get? Probably not.
And Rocksteady is exactly where I'm going with too.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, it is kind of, it's not Spider-Man himself, but it is still a Spider-Man character versus sort of B or C tier. Yeah, a B or C tier character from Marvel. So you're gonna see Spider-Punk way more.
For sure.
That being said, the Spider-Punk series was fucking horrible.
It was a train wreck.
It was so bad.
But I mean, the same writer's on the new Miles Morales book, so
yeah, that's kind of scary too. Yeah, but
that is scary.
You know what?
We'll see. Because the last run of Miles was pretty solid, so
it was.
We'll see.
All right,
dude. You said you're taking which one?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, guys. I've said this when we had Spider-Punk Amazing Spider-Man number 10 on another trade a couple weeks ago. I hate the character design. I do not care for the character. And reading that Spider-Punk series just made me hate him even more. I am going with Avengers Academy 21 all day. And like 22 asked, I would trade number 10 for that Avengers Academy without a shadow of a doubt. Get it out of here.
Boo this man.
Well, see, I would put it this way. I would trade it if I had like an extra copy. Like if I had 2 copies of 10 and no copies of 21, yeah, I would trade it.
Even if I had 1 copy of 10, I would trade it. I would just don't really care for the Spider characters.
That's fair. So you're going with personal bias. All right.
We'll say that.
Okay. Well, at least we all have our reasons.
Exactly, Baker. Are you afraid?
All right. What's I think
we got one more.
I think we got one more White Tiger.
Well, bam.
All right. So we got the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 19 in a 7.0. That's the first appearance of Hector Ayala version of White Tiger versus the Amazing Spider-Man number 4, first appearance of Silk. And the prices are close. $270 he's got up there Canadian for White Tiger and $320 for Silk. So Silk's definitely got a little more value there. So you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll just say this Silk is 9.4 or 9.6. It's not perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to make it a little more fair. Now, which way are you going?
Okay, let's say the Spider-Man 4 is a 9.6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go first on this one. I got this one.
Okay. So,
segue from my previous statement.
Oh, geez.
I hate all Spider characters.
Damn.
So it's like the multiverse fatigue that's setting into everyone. That's me and Spider-Man and all of its characters.
Damn, who hurt you? Who hurt you?
They all did.
Right?
I think Silk is a fantastic character, great character design. It blew me away when I first found out about Silk, and when I was, just trying to get back into, the game, I guess you could say. But even at a 9.6, that does not beat this beautiful cover of Deadly Hands of Kung Fu 19 with Iron Fist on there. Like that's artwork to me. That's amazing. And then you got first appearance of White Tiger Hector Ayala, the OG. I'm taking that 7.0 all day. It's 1974, first appearance of White Tiger, beautiful artwork. Yes, we're going to see Silk. Obviously, we might not see Hector, but this is if this is for my PC, that's what I'm taking.
All right. Defects, what's going on, guys? Marvel, where are you at on this one?
Tough. I like the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. I like the cover. I like, all those types of martial arts, like Shang-Chi type of related characters and those kind of stories. But I don't know. Based on the character, I've read more about Silk, which even that in itself is only her two miniseries that she's had. So I kind of like her, and I mean, she's got a lot of potential with, I have an affinity for Asian characters, and that's her and Kamala and Amadeus Cho. So I kind of want to go with that one.
Okay. That's fair.
And I have a good story. My Amazing Spider-Man 4, I found, I think 2 years ago in the dollar bin, and I scooped that up, and that was the same day I actually got my Amazing Fantasy 15 first Amadeus Cho. So those two characters I paid $46 for. So
nice.
Yeah, and that's when the Amadeus news was really pumping up. So I knew a store had one, and I was kind of like, well, it's not the best condition, blah blah. I'll find one in better. And then the news started blowing up. So then I hit them up on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, do you guys still have it, by the way? Can you put it aside? And I thought it was going to be gone for sure, but nope, they were good on their word, and
nice.
$45.
Yeah, that was a hell of a deal for sure.
Yeah, it's a keeper.
All right, so man, mm, this is actually tougher than I would initially think, just because like okay, realistically, I mean obviously the money and value side kind of goes on to Amazing Spider-Man #4 with the first appearance. So it's already got a little bit of a higher value. But the thing is, man, I don't know. Sony don't have a lot of faith in them and what they're doing over there. Now, that being said, Silk is, a pretty major spider character. So I don't think overall you're going to see any serious harm to her as a whole. Like, for instance, Carnage, before they did Venom 2, there was some pretty significant spikes on
Yeah.
Carnage. After Venom 2, there was a steep drop. But if you look at the prices of, that first appearance now versus what it was before any of the news that Venom came out, it's about the same or even a little bit higher now. Not a whole lot, but a little bit higher than it was.
Mhm.
So, overall, it did gain a little bit of value. So it didn't necessarily hurt it or anything like that. And I think you'll see the same thing with Silk. I don't think there's going to be any disaster there that's going to fucking completely devalue her books or anything like that. But obviously, they won't be commanding quite the prices that they are right now on the highs. That being said, man, that fucking cover on Deadly Hands of Kung Fu and the fact that I don't have it.
Fire, bro.
Have the Amazing Spider-Man 4. Just it makes it a little easier for me to go ahead. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 19 because I don't have it, and I do have the Amazing Spider-Man #4. That's what it comes down to.
That's fair. That's fair.
It is a dope ass cover of Iron Fist.
Oh, and no, you can still tag me in those Red Wednesdays. I like seeing the covers and the art. I just it's the characters, right? But no, keep doing it, bro. Yeah, that's it we got for trades. Those were some solid trades, honestly. I like those.
They were, I had to put a little bit of thought into them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least one of them. But yeah, they were solid. So
yeah.
All right, well, that's the show we got for this week. So, dude,
that's it.
What do we got coming up?
Well, this is our off week for the Hall show. So
which works out because it is Thanksgiving down here in the States. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah. You guys have your Thanksgiving so late in the season?
I mean, it's pretty much the same time every year for us.
I know, but ours is like October, September, October. I don't know. You guys have snow now already.
Yeah. I would rather do it in September, October. It's a little warmer outside. I don't like going outside when it's cold, but
exactly.
Whatever.
But yeah, so it's our off week for the Hall show. So other than that, we'll see you guys Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern time for Royally Fucked. We're gonna go over some pre-orders. Next week, though, we're gonna be back on with our Monday show. BC should be back by then. We're gonna be starting obviously at 7 p.m. ish Eastern time for our usual shenanigans. And then also next week, the Hall show will be back. It'll be its on week. However, if you didn't catch it on the last Hall show, we're officially changing the time of Show Me Your Halls. It's been going on from 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. Eastern time. It'll now be running from 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. Eastern time. Just so it's a little earlier for some of us old farts here. And I got to work early in the morning too. So by the time the show ends, it's late, man. 10 o'clock gets late. So 7, 8 o'clock it is.
Yeah, and Keys is working that weird shit too. So
yeah. So maybe we could have Keys on the Hall show for once. That'd be nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been hearing some rumors. We'll see.
Ooh. Yeah,
right,
that's it, man.
That's the show that we got for this week. So we're gonna go ahead and get out here. Actually, it was pretty much the same as any other show.
Yeah, we held it down. We killed it.
I guess we got a format down or something. I don't know. We'll see.
And Marvell, thank you. Thank you for swinging by and hanging out.
Appreciate you
Always,
jumping
always.
on with us.
Yeah.
I can't be no Black Crown, but you know what? I try.
Hey, well, you can at least be hyper and give us an outro for tonight.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Got him.
Spot with it. He put him on.
Got
the spot.
him.
All right.
What do we think of?
You don't have to. It's okay. I don't know how
I
hyper.
can't even think of one.
Well, there we go. All right, guys. We'll see you next week, eh?
All right, guys. Later.
Have a good one, guys.